Hi everyone, and welcome to Vola TV for our 15th of January 2021 edition. It's a delight to be joined today by the evergreen and ever faithful to the programme, Barry Wright, DHT.
Hiya.
And also by the wonderful Matt Hooper, DHT. How are you, Matt?
Very well, thanks, Matthew, and hi everyone.
It's great to be together with you guys. Regular viewers of our Vola show will be aware that it's always Barry that does the link role, but I happen to be in the school today helping out with the support hub that we have running in the building today. So it makes sense since I'm in the vast TV studios that we have here around about the 12th floor, looking out over the Vale and all its magnificence that I guess I get to be the host today. So it's an unaccustomed pleasure, gentlemen. Can we go straight into I think what is a wonderful story? We're just over a week into return to school, but for our students, it's not quite a full week. But learning from what happened from the first lockdown back in March and April last year. It seems that we've learned a few tricks and we've managed to build on what happened before. And Matt, I wonder if you could talk to us a wee bit about what I'm hearing about the engagement online of our students and young people.
Yeah, so we've made some subtle but significant changes this time round. We've asked all staff and all students to try as far as possible to follow their normal school timetable, and staff are going to be available during those timetable classes to support learning, either delivering live lessons, recorded lessons, or there'll be tasks that will be posted from time to time as well. But the main change here is that the majority of the time staff will be available and they'll be keeping an eye on the Google Classrooms. So they're able to answer any questions and offer any support as and when the learners are needing it. So that's been one of the main changes. And we've seen a real improvement in engagement compared to the last lockdown. This will be part of the reason why as well. I think, and Barry will correct me if I'm wrong, I think we were looking at around about 70% of our students are checking in every day at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're absolutely delighted to have that amount of engagement from our young people. Obviously, we've still got a lot of students who are not doing the check-in, and we're working really hard behind the scenes to try and help those students out so that we can get as much engagement from young people as we possibly can.
Matt, can I
The
just
check-in's so important, isn't it, Matt?
It's,
Sorry, Matthew.
That's all right. Viewers should know that we're doing this over the internet, so there is a little delay. Matt, I was just going to ask for clarification in case parents are thinking 70% doesn't sound like a great result, but it's not that simple, is it?
No, the a study that was carried out during the first lockdown suggested that a school with a similar demographic to ours could expect anywhere between, I think it was 19 and about 25% engagement from learners. So for us to be sitting at 70% at the moment is absolutely incredible. And again, I think a lot of that goes down to the work that the families are doing to support the children and getting involved with the online learning. How seriously our students are actually taking the learning as well, and also to the incredible amount of hard work that our staff are putting into making sure that we've got really engaging, really exciting lessons for young people as well. So, everyone who's involved here has got a very, very important role to play, and I think everyone should be very proud of that 70% statistic. I think that's great.
Matt, that's fantastic. Barry, you were going to say something else there about that?
Yeah. I know that from some of the phone calls that have been made home, that some youngsters are getting involved in classes, but they've maybe checked in on Monday and they've not checked in since. So just a wee reminder that it's important that you check in every morning before 10 o'clock. It's like registration, if you like. It's an online registration. So it's really, really important to us that we know that you're well, that you've checked in, that you've let us know if that you're up for learning, whatever day it might be. So please make sure that you are doing that every morning before 10 o'clock. It really is very, very important.
Colleagues, this is a great story. Can I just ask you to finally comment? Sorry, Matt, I cut you off again here. We do have a terrible internet delay here. Matt, part of this is also about the quality of learning that we're managing to produce online. I know you were working in our hub, which is a wee glimpse of what's happening with the 20 odd students, all working away there, and you able to interact and look, and you were very excited by it. I'm in with a similar experience today, and Barry, you clearly were in yesterday, I think, doing the same thing.
That's
So
right.
just to finish off this item, I wonder if you both make a wee comment on what you're seeing.
Yeah, so on Monday, around about 9:30, basically as soon as we started, I'd gone into the hub to have a wee look at the kind of work that was going on, and it was great that a huge number of young people sitting with their headphones in, some of them engaging in live lessons, so they were actually on a Google Meet similar to this with their teacher. They were involved in group discussion tasks. Other students were sitting with recorded lessons, so the teachers were able to explain what it was that they were learning, give demonstrations. I think it was technical was one of the ones that I was watching. So the teacher was actually demonstrating the technical drawings. The pupils were able to copy that and, able to kind of work at their own pace. But at the same time, they're able to rewind the video, watch bits of it again. And there were other students who had tasks that had been set for the teachers, but they were all saying that they were able to ask questions on the Google Classroom and they were able to get a response from their teachers. So I think, as I say, that's the kind of key difference this time. Is that there's a variety of different learning activities for young people, which will hopefully help with the engagement, but that there is significant amounts of support for young people. They're not just being left to their own devices with a task that's been posted. The staff are there to offer support at all times, which is great.
Fantastic, thank you. And Barry, closing words on this, what are your observations?
Yeah, my experience is very similar. As you said, Matthew, I was in the hub yesterday, and I really enjoyed watching some of the lessons. I went into the library, and from a socially distanced 2 meters away, I looked over kids' shoulders, and I was looking at what students were doing, and I saw art, technical, maths. A particular shout out for Miss Gallagher in English. I saw a terrific bit of work there, and also Miss Sutherland in PE with a National 5 class where 80% of the kids were logged in and were taking part. So really, really great work is available. I think the important thing is just making sure that students are up early in the morning and engaging with it and taking part.
Well, in conclusion then, our students are doing a fantastic job. Our staff are doing a wonderful job as well. We're really proud of them. Folks, the show's on the road. Get out your beds, come and join us. That's the message. Okay, so this is a time of uncertainty, and I think this has been a great story about how the school is adapting to that and producing something to see us through this lockdown, which we hope fervently won't be long. But in amidst that uncertainty, of course, some people will be afraid about the big question about assessment. Especially our senior phase students that are, maybe worrying about certification and, qualifications. Barry, I wonder if I could bring you in to make some comment about, how young people should view that uncertainty and what we do know and what we don't.
Well, in a very similar way to last year, that there won't be exams this year for National 5 and higher. And it's really, really important that youngsters are engaging with the work that's going on online. But we're not just saying that because we want to keep you out of the snow. We like sledging as much as anyone else. But, the important thing really there is that this is school time. And if we don't have engagement with you, and if you're not completing the assessment tasks that are set for you online, then we don't know how well you're doing. And it makes our job much, much more difficult. Well, it makes your teacher's job much more difficult when they have to determine a suggested grade for you for SQA. So please make sure the work that you're doing and the work that's been set in class, the assessments that you're given, please make sure that you're getting them back in the right time frame. And again, in the same way as happens in school, where work isn't being completed, where assessment tasks aren't being done, then that'll be fed back to us. We keep a record of that, and we'll be in touch with you if that's not happening. So please make our job easier, but also make your life easier by doing the tasks that you're set. And again, as Mr. Hooper said earlier, Matt, you were mentioning a bit about the challenge and support. There's a lot of support there for you. So if you're struggling with anything, let us know. If there's any work that you're just stuck with, you're not sure how to get started, let your teacher know, and your teacher will be there to help you. And the great thing this time with our assessment process is we're not relying on what happened before the lockdown. We're looking at what you're doing just now. That will play a big part in that. It's really, really important.
That's exactly, you've hit the nail on the head there, Barry, and that's very important to remember. Everything that you're doing just now, everything that you're doing online, everything you've been doing in classrooms up to now, it is all evidence. Okay, the SQA have got a very, very long list of different things that count as evidence. Some are weighted more heavily than others, but any task that you're given online just now, anything that you're providing your teacher, any interaction you're having with your teacher, is helping to inform your teacher's judgment. And the more information, the more data that they've got to work with, the more work you're doing, the more accurate your estimate is going to be. So you give yourself the best possible chance of success by engaging in as many of the tasks as you possibly can. And as Mr. Wright says, get them handed in on time. Make sure that you're able to get the feedback from your teachers so that you can improve on your work every time you're doing it. That's of absolute importance at the moment. And it is worth saying as well that this isn't exclusive to our senior phase students as well. Our students in S1, 2 and 3, assessment is continuous. Your teachers are always looking at the work that you're producing. They're always looking at the level that you're working at. And what they're doing with that information is they're planning what comes next. So it's really, really important that you're keeping up with the tasks that are being set. You're engaging with the task as much as you possibly can so that your teacher is able to keep your learning progressing. You don't want to be in a position where come August, you're finding yourself months behind where you should be. So teachers are putting in an awful lot of hard work just now to make sure that there's really good learning experiences available to you. It really is over to our students now to grasp that opportunity.
Thanks, gentlemen. I think these are really helpful bits of advice for our community. And talking of our community, the last item I want us to briefly discuss is our place in the community. Interesting for people to know that we have loaned out 80 odd devices for young people in the community who don't have access to a computer or at least not a sufficiently modern or suitable computer to log in. And there will be other issues that people have in the community, that we can sort. Sometimes it'll be about, trying to provide a resource like that. Sometimes it'll be about signposting to some help. I wonder if you could both finish our programme by talking to the kind of supports that we can offer in the school. If I could maybe come to yourself first, Matt.
Yeah, so on the school website, we have got lots and lots of information there, and we've got a lot of information that was updated during the last lockdown. We're continually adding a lot more resources, and as you say, Matthew, signposts to different services that are available. So if you go onto the school the school website, ValeOfLevenAcademy.net, you find the support and student section, and there's an awful lot of things in there that can help you either supporting your child's learning or supporting children's wellbeing. So there's an awful lot of information there, and that would be the first port of call, really. Remember as well, though, that you can contact the school at any point in time if you need to speak to someone, or if you're looking for a bit of advice or a bit of support. Contact details are on the school website as well. So please access that, look at the resources that are available, and don't forget you can make contact with us if you've got any questions or you require any other support.
Fantastic. Barry, is there anything you want to add? Anything we've missed?
I would just reiterate that last bit, and I know we mentioned this last week in Vola TV too. It's okay if you're not feeling okay. We are absolutely here for you. We pride ourselves in being a school that is in the community and a part of the community. So please let us know if you're struggling with anything. And that's that won't necessarily just be schoolwork. Our pastoral care teachers, our principal teachers, equity, all of us deputy head teachers, our head teacher, we're all available. Drop us an email if there's anything you're worried about, anything you're concerned about, even if it's anything you need help with. So, for example, today, one of the students in my caseload decided over the last week that they have changed their mind and they want to go to university, and they need some help with that, and they need some forms filled in and what have you. And they got in touch, and we're right on that. So please let us know if there's anything we can do for you to support you. It's a tough time at the moment, and we want to play our part as part of the Vale of Leven community.
Well, thank you very much to Barry Wright, DHT, to Matt Hooper, DHT. The message there, I think, is clear to all our families out there in the community. We're here for you. So that's this one in the can. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.